Chapter 1. First grade at MAK was the best, and Mr. Mack was maybe the best teacher in the school, at least in the elementary. Everyone wanted to be in his class. And why not? First grade was fun. The first graders were ready for their first day of school. This class was the brightest and the best at one of the greatest schools in the world. They were the best looking and the smartest. They were quick to laugh. They were awesome at crafts, athletic. They had it all. There were some students who had come from far away just to learn from Mr. Mack. Daniel had come from far, far away, a place called Australia. I hear he had kangaroos in his backyard. His friends, Silas, Julia, and Ryan, came too. They were ready to learn. But as they walked into the first grade classroom on the first day of school, there was no Mr. Mack. Only Mr. Mackinaw. Mr. Mackinaw was kinda a madman. He was pretty much crazy. But the kids had no choice. They were in Mr. Mackinaw's class now. Mr. Mackinaw would often make rules that he thought would help others, but they weren't always the best. He made one rule that the kids had to be on the student store diet. They could only eat chocolate, Mentos, and Pokies, and they could only drink soda pop. Mr. Mackinaw was on the student store diet. Some of the kids called it the Mackinaw diet. On the first day of the new lunch program, the other kids started eating up. They were loving the Mackinaw diet. Only chocolate, Mentos, Pokies, and pop. It was a dream come true. But Daniel and his friends weren't so sure, but they didn't know what to do. So Daniel told the lunch lady that they couldn't eat the Mackinaw diet. But the lunch lady knew Mr. Mackinaw would go crazy if he saw them not eating his food. He was known to sometimes make unannounced visits and demand Mentos from the kids. Sweet, sweet, savory Mentos. Diet soda, thick with aspartame. Chocolate, melts in your mouth, smooth into the belly. What if Mr. Mackinaw saw Daniel and his friends sad and depressed while the other kids were happy eating chocolate? She could get in big trouble. So Daniel told the lunch lady his plan. For 10 days, he and his friends would only eat vegetables and drink water. After 10 days, they would compare Daniel and his friends with the other kids who had been on the Mackinaw diet eating chocolate and Pokies and Mentos. Sure enough, after 10 days, the other kids were slow and sick. Daniel, Julia, Ryan, and Silas looked great. The lunch lady decided everybody needed to be on this diet. It was vegetables and water for everyone. Mr. Mackinaw would have been upset, but he was too busy enjoying all the extra candy. Who wants a soda? Oh, wait, it's all for Mr. Mackinaw. He would often be heard taunting the kids. Carrots, carrots, eat your carrots and like it. Surely you can't be serious. It would have been easier to do what all these brilliant classmates did and eat the candy, to go with the flow and not test Mr. Mackinaw, but Daniel and his friends did what they knew was right, and they were rewarded for this. Daniel and his friends were given more and more wisdom from God. Even Mr. Mackinaw noticed that these kids were wise. They were 10 times smarter than the other first graders in this school or any school in Taiwan. God was with them.